What's going on, folks? It's Mike from the Hardcover Comic here. Before we get things started, just wanted to say please subscribe if you like comic content. We post stuff every single day. Please be sure to like the video as well. It really helps us out. And be sure to comment down below. Let's get a conversation going. Let's get everyone involved and talk more about Mother Panic. Now, let's get into the video. In 2016, DC Comics launched a new imprint called Young Animal. Didn't last very long, but during its time, there were a slew of fantastic titles, one of which was Mother Panic. Mother Panic is a character that was created by Jody Houser, Tommy Lee Edwards, and Gerard Way. She had her own ongoing series for 12 issues and then a 6-issue series called Mother Panic Gotham AD, all focusing around our main character, Mother Panic, also known as Violet Page. Violet Page ends up going to Gotham. That's where she lives. That's where she wants to be. But who is Violet Page? Why does she go to Gotham? Why is she Mother Panic? How did Mother Panic come to be? That's what we're going to answer and find out in this video. I don't want to spoil every single detail, but I want to give you guys the scoop on the character because she is a fantastic character that is a very different take and honestly another look at something similar to the Batman origin story, where her mother is diagnosed with a mental disorder, and she goes through various struggles. She forgets things, she says things that don't necessarily make sense. One day she's good, one day she's bad, a problem that honestly a lot of us in this day and age can relate to. But what we find out is Violet Page at one point went with her father on a hunting trip with a gentleman named Fred Hemsley. So the three of them are on this trip. They're trying to teach her how to shoot guns, how to hunt, how to be patient, and how to take that killing shot to finish the foe off real quick. Problem is, Fred and her father had other things in mind. One day, Violet Page sneaks downstairs and she eavesdrops on a conversation between the two gentlemen where Fred is basically asking her father if he can do something with a certain female. He says he's not going to leave any marks on her, no one's going to believe her. And so Violet, hearing this, thinks, hey, my dad is going to set me up so that this guy can do whatever he wants to do to me? That's not right. Of course, as a young girl, she panics, she confronts her father about it, and things go so sideways afterwards. With, unfortunately, her father out of the picture, we've now got Violet with her older brother as her caretaker since her mom is unable to be a caretaker, and her brother doesn't have the best intentions in mind. He's holding a grudge against Violet for killing his father, and he takes her to a boarding school. And this school is one of those schools run by nuns, very Catholic, very strict. But we find out that there's far darker secrets within Gather House, which is the name of the place where he leaves her. Throughout the 12-issue storyline, we get bits and pieces of what happened to Violet in Gather House. We learn about the experiments she was put under, we learn about the torture, the cybernetics that were put in her body, the training that was done. She was chosen to be a strength, speed, brutal, violence, a killer. She's trained to be a killer. But it's not just that. Gather House actually used her, manipulated her brain, made her and everyone within Gather House sort of fall in line with their ideology and their purpose to serve, a higher tier of people. There's a reason these kids are being trained the way they are. There's a reason they're being manipulated the way they are. And of course, none of this sticks well for Violet because Violet doesn't care and she does what she has to do to get the hell out of Gather House. And what's great about the character is you see the struggle throughout the entire storyline with this decision she had to make as a younger child, tortured, abused, beaten, hating everything about her life. And now, obviously, within the storyline, you get to see that Violet really just wants to burn down parts of the world, but she wants to figure out how to do it the right way. She wants to figure out how to overcome her tragedies and to prevent them from happening to future kids. It's a really interesting combination of, the hatred we all feel sometimes just for the world when we all suffer greatly. We kind of look at everything in a negative light, and we see that through Violet, but we also see her grow. We also see her overcome things. We also see her accept things within herself. And in the modern time, Violet Page is a bit of a celebrity. You get to see her go on talk shows, flip people off when they try to get her on camera. She attends all these social events to sort of make herself known to the Gotham City. But not only that, as Mother Panic, she wears all white. So even when the bad guys see her, she wants them to know she's there. She's cybernetically modified. She's got all these enhancements, and she's out to make Gotham a better place, but on her terms. And she's got specific targets. She's got specific things in mind. It's a great focused way of looking at Batman in another way, because Batman, as we know, suffered a great tragedy as well, and he decided to go training, do all that fun stuff. So it's great to see not only that comparison within your own head, but then you get to see Batman interact with her. This is Gotham City after all, and Batman sees all. We get to see Batwoman interact with her, because Batwoman is just as big of a part of the Bat family as Batman. And don't get anything twisted here. Mother Panic is not by any means necessary part of the Bat family, and she makes it very clear multiple times within the series. Unfortunately, a lot of Violet's past comes back to haunt her. We see her, come face to face with Fred Hemsley. We see her interact with other members of Gather House that also made it out and also have a vendetta. Will she team up with them? Does she fight against them? You see all this character interaction, and you see how her personality develops and her thought process develops throughout the course of the story. It's really great. It's packed full of action. She kicks some serious butt in this series. This isn't a story for kids. This is for adults for sure. There's a lot of violence. There's a little bit of nudity in there. This is a great, more adult telling of almost like an alternate reality of Batman, where things went just a little bit differently. Like I said, there are a total of 18 issues with Mother Panic in them. I highly recommend you guys check them out. These are all, again, from 2016 up until about 2018. They're all really fantastic. You get to see artwork from folks like Tommy Lee Edwards, Sean Crystal, John Paul Leon. A lot of fantastic artwork that really adds to the world of Gotham City. It matches Gotham. It matches Mother Panic. It's all very consistent throughout. There's fantastic action, fantastic dialogue. There's also a little bit of ambiguity to make you think a little bit as to what might have happened. Fill in a few blanks of your own. Come up with your own theories. It's a really, really fun ride. It's a fantastic series. I really recommend you guys check it out. I didn't give away all the details of her origin, but that is the overview of it, the high-level overview of her origin. A really great read, written by Jody Hauser, artwork by the artists I mentioned. Please check it out, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. As always, be sure to subscribe, like the video. There's our Patreon link down below. Be sure to join for giveaways, along with Dr. Squatch, a nice organic soap for all of you. Get yourself clean once a month. Get a new scent. Get the same one. Down below, you'll find a link for free shipping on your order. Thank you all very much for tuning in. This is Mike from the Hardcover Comic. As always, until next time, you stay classy, Internet.